Moving ahead with the third M. Third M stands for message. Now, message is nothing but here we are talking about developing the advertisement campaign, the most important part of the advertisement, and creating an advertisement campaign involves both the things. It is an art as well as it is a science. Now, here we will be talking about the developing of the message strategy and creative strategy. Now, message strategy and creative strategy, it itself is divided into three different steps. First is message generation and evaluation, the second is creative development and execution, and the third is the social responsibility, that is the legal and social issues. So the first, message generation and evaluation. So here we are talking about the content of the advertisement. Now, generally a good ad normally focuses on one or two core selling points. Like if we talk about the advertisement of Maggie, so here we from that advertisement itself, it is able to deliver its positioning statement, that is 2 minutes. If I talk about Volini advertisement, then through the ad it displays that it is a backache specialist, or Rin shows whiteness. So a particular if we talk about the content or message, it itself displays the positioning statement of the advertisement. And in the ad, they also, here in the first step, they also need to determine the types of appeals which they will be actually using into the advertisement. So the different types of appeals which an company can use can be fear appeal, or humorous appeal, or the emotional appeal. So fear appeal, like all the insurance companies are using the fear of death, so that is a fear appeal which majority of the companies are using, like bank, insurance companies. Then humorous appeal is used like Fevicol advertisement or Mentos advertisement, they are using the sense of humor. And emotional appeal is used by a few companies like insurance companies or telecommunication companies, automobile companies. So these are the companies which are using the various appeals. So at this particular step, the company needs to identify the various types of appeals which it will be using. That means it will only identify that what are the various appeals. Actually, it will be developing in step number 2, and the positioning statement. Along with this, the company also needs to take into consideration that who would be the target audience, the target market, what would be the objective of the advertisement, that is communication objective, that whether the objective is to create the awareness or to motivate the customers for the first purchase. Then they need to identify that what are the brand benefits they will be displaying into the advertisement, because it is not possible to cover all the benefits at all the things in detail. So they need to identify the important things, that what they will be showing in the advertisement and which media they will be selecting. So they need to take the decision on all these things. Now here the company can take the help of advertisement agencies for generating the advertisement. Now using an advertisement agency is obviously going to be costly. Now what an agency is generally doing, they are not creating one advertisement, but they are creating more alternative advertisement. So company may create 10-15 advertisements, and out of all the various alternatives or options, the company may select the best one. The more ad themes or the more alternative advertisement the agency is preparing, the higher is the probability of finding the most best or excellent advertisement. The other option which the company can do for creating message generation is crowdsourcing. Crowdsourcing is nothing but taking the help of the customers or using the customers as their creative team for designing the advertisement. So here the company can select few customers who are representatives of the entire population and take their help for designing the advertisement, because creativity can be found in people as well. It's not necessary that only the advertisement agency or employees can only help. So that is why the company can take the help of crowdsourcing. That means inviting the customers to design the advertisement. So these are the various options for generating the content or the message. The second is creative development and execution. Now if the advertisement's impact depends not only on what it says, that means it not only depends on the content part, but also depends on how it says. So on how it says, as I told that the company may use the various appeal. So here the company will actually identify, finalize the appeal and try to you can say dramatize the entire advertisement with the help of various appeals like emotional, humor and fear appeal, and there are other appeals like in advertisement. So here the company needs to identify that, and the company needs to do the selection of the various medias. So the most common medias which the companies are employing can be television, print media, radio or films, that means in movies. So all these medias, the along with the advantages and disadvantages, we are going to study in the next slides. So this was about creative development. The third is legal and social issues. Now legal and social issues is nothing but whenever a company is designing any particular advertisement or the agency, so advertisers and their agencies must definitely ensure that the advertisement is not ignoring the social and legal norms. So we have a particular regulatory body which is referred as ASCI, that is the Advertisement Standard Council of India. The abbreviation is ASCI, which is a self-regulatory voluntary organization formed by the advertising industry in India. And this particularly organization, it provides the basic guidelines for ensuring the fairness in any particular advertisement. And if any particular company is giving any advertisement which is showing some false claims, or if it is misleading or it is giving some wrong information, then this particular organization or the governing body can take the objection against all this misleading advertisement, and even the consumer can also file a complaint against such advertisement if it is misleading. Apart from that, the company should also follow certain laws, like in the some of the advertisements are totally banned in India. The Indian laws do not permit the advertisement of alcohol beverages and cigarette to be shown on the television. Apart from that, advertisements of pharmaceutical products which is promising the cure of any particular disease, that can also be not shown in the advertisement. Definitely they can advertisement their drug or the medicine, but they cannot show, they cannot claim that this particular medicine will cure diabetes or it will cure AIDS or any other disease. So this kind of promise cannot be given by any particular pharmaceutical company, so that is also against the law. And apart from that, the none of the companies can show women having an inferior position into the society. So this kind of ads are also banned in India. And comparative ads are also illegal. That means any particular company cannot do a direct comparison with the competitor, and if done, then again the opponent or the competitor can file a complaint. And the company cannot show any information which does not have the particular facts and figures, or the company cannot give any false claim. So these are the legal and social issues which the company or the agency needs to take into consideration while designing the advertisement. Under creative development and execution, the company has to select the medias for giving the advertisement. So here we will briefly review the four basic medias: television, print, radio and radio advertising media. And there are other medias which we'll be studying in detail in the same chapter. So talking about the television ads, now television is the most powerful medium that reaches a large number of audience in India. So due to the high penetration of television as a medium, the companies or the marketers are using this particular platform very extensively for advertising. So television is the most powerful medium. Talking about the advantages, why it is a powerful medium. Now because it is having the ability to demonstrate the product attributes by using audio visual, and it can also explain the consumer benefits. At the same time, it can dramatically portray the users, the brand personality and other intangible things with the help of the television medium. So that is why it is the most powerful medium. Secondly, it reaches the broad spectrum of the consumer now, because every household is having a television, so that is why the reach of television is very high as compared to other medias. Then the third is low cost per exposure now, because it is reaching the maximum number of customers, so the cost per exposure is low. But if we talk about the total cost of advertisement or the cost of placing an advertisement in a particular channel, that is high. But if we calculate per exposure per individual, so because the reach is high, that is why low cost per exposure. And the next advantage is it is able to demonstrate the product use benefits and the brand image by using the different creative photographs, pictures, and dramatization. So that is why it is quite effective. Then the disadvantages, the first disadvantage is fleeting nature. Fleeting nature is nothing but here we are talking about the timing of the advertisement. So generally the advertisement is very short in nature. On an average, a company is giving 10 to 20 second of advertisement, and if the customers are skipping or putting the television on mute, then the product related messages can be overlooked. That means the company may not be able to check the effectiveness of the advertisement because of the briefness of the advertisement. And many times it is so very brief that the customer is not able to recall the ads, or the customer is able to forget the ad very easily because of the short you can say timing. Second is clutter is nothing but again competition. When if on a particular channel, if you are watching some show or some serial and there is a break of 2 minutes or 4 minutes, generally it is 2 minutes, and if you see in that 2 minutes break, there are so many companies who are giving the advertisement, and after looking all the advertisement, if you ask any particular customer to recall all the advertisement, it becomes very difficult. So when too many number of ads are placed at one particular time in 1 minute or 2 minute break, then again it becomes very difficult for the customer to recall the advertisement, so again it may not be effective. Then the third is high cost of placement. Now cost of placing the advertisement actually depends on many factors. The first is the timing, that when the company wants to give the advertisement, whether in the prime time or noon hours, so depending on that the cost of placement can be decided. Second is the days of the week, whether the company wants to give the advertisement in Monday between weekends or during the Monday to Friday. So depending on that the company can identify the cost and the channel which the company has selected for broadcasting the advertisement. That means on which channel the company wants to give the advertisement. So on all these factors the cost of placement is dependent. So the total cost of placement of the advertisement is high. The lack of attention by viewers or ignore or forgetting the ads is the another disadvantage. So many times people have the habit of muting the television during the advertisement. So when the advertisement come, people don't pay attention, or because of the clutter they forget the advertisement, or they ignore, they skip to another channel. So again if the customers are doing this, then from company point of view the effectiveness of the ad is not there. So this was all about the television advertisement. But still out of all the media, the most effective medium is the television advertisement, in spite of all the limitations of this particular channel media. The two main print medias are magazines and newspapers. Newspapers and magazines, these two print medias are popular amongst the literate class, especially in the urban part of our country. Now let us have a look on the advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage of the print ad is detailed product information. Now in print advertisement, whether it is magazine or newspaper, the company is able to provide the detailed product information, and it is able to communicate effectively about the product in detail as compared to the television advertisement. The second advantage is flexibility of choosing publications for targeted advertising. Now here the company is having lot of options for selecting a particular print medium, whether it is magazine or newspaper. There are lot of newspapers available in our particular country and into different languages. So depending on the target audience and depending on the nature of the product, the company is having lot of options. Similarly, the company finds lot of alternatives available in magazines also. So some of the famous magazines into a particular country are Femina, Reader's Digest, Filmfare, Outlook, Sports Star, India Today, Grazia. So these are the different magazines which are quite famous depending on the nature of the product. Like say for example, if the company wants to give the advertisement of a cosmetic product particularly for women, then it will be selecting Femina. So depending on the target audience and the nature of the product, the company is having the flexibility of choosing the various publications. Then if disadvantage, the first disadvantage is there is no audio element available. So whatever is the advantage of television will become the disadvantage of the print ads. So no audio element is available. The second is clutter. Clutter is nothing but when many companies are giving the advertisement on one particular page, that is referred as clutter. Again, it is a type of competition. So if you refer Sunday's newspaper and turn the last page of the paper, so there you will be finding too many companies, particularly these real estate companies, they are giving the advertisement onto the last page. So when you find many companies giving the advertisement on one particular page, so this creates a confusion among the customers, and the advertisers may not be able to grab the attention of the customer. So that is why clutter is a disadvantage. Dynamic presentation is quite difficult into this print ad. That means again the company cannot make the presentation so very effectively as compared to the television. The last disadvantage is print quality and short shelf life can diminish the impact. So if the company is giving the advertisement in newspaper, so obviously in newspaper the print quality is not that much superior, so it may diminish the impact of the print advertisement. Similarly, the other point is short shelf life. So if the company is giving the advertisement in newspaper, then the customers are having a look on that advertisement for that particular day only. So and if it is a magazine, maybe they will be looking or reading that magazine till certain days or till few weeks. So the life of a advertisement into print media maybe it may stay for particular day or till few weeks. So short life, again it hinders the impact of the advertisement. Then we have the format elements like the advertisement size, color and illustration. It affects the print ads impact. So ad size is nothing but the size which the company selects. The more the size is, the more effective is the advertisement. But yes, the more the size, the higher is the cost. The second is the color. Majority of the times the company is using attractive color like yellow color to grab the attention of the customers, and illustration is nothing but the description of the advertisement. So all these three factors have the impact of the advertisement. Then talking about the print ad component, so here if you see in this particular photograph, there are three elements which are explained: headline, picture and the copy. So the print ad components or the effectiveness of the print ad depends on these three components. The picture must be strong enough to draw the attention of the customer. So here if in this Titan ad, if you see, the watch is the photo of the watch is the picture in this particular advertisement. Then the next is the headline. Headline should be directly in alignment with the picture. That means here if you see in the headline, the name of the brand is written, and below that it's written then an affordable luxury. So the headline should be directly in correlation with the picture. The third component is copy. Copy is nothing but it is the description whatever is there into the print advertisement. So the copy must be engaging and the brand's name sufficiently prominent. So here if you read this, it's written that Titan is a style accessory into the watch, and it is further if you read, it's written that it is into the luxurious products. So luxury redefined in you. So this is how the three elements are used for creating more effectiveness into the print ad. The next is the radio ads. The increase in the number of FM radio enabled mobile phones has brought about a change into the radio listening habits of the people, and the popularity of radio as a medium of entertainment and information is increasing these days, particularly in India. Now here if you see, penetration of radio has increased. So 86%, a research says that 86% of the total people in metro cities, they are listening to the radio. So it is quite effective for the companies to select radio radio as a medium for giving the advertisement. Now let us have a look on the advantages. The first advantage is the flexibility. So the company is having the various options to choose various radio stations. So some of the famous radio stations are Radio City, Radio Mirchi, Vivid Bharti, Red FM, 92.7, Big FM. So this way, even local radio stations are also available. So this way, the company is having lot of options to choose among the various radio stations. The second is relatively inexpensive. So advertisements here are relatively cheap for producing as well as for placing as compared to other mediums like television and the print medium. This method is quite effective in morning, particularly in 9 to 10. So the most effective time for radio ads is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Because the majority of the people are leaving their homes and they are traveling or reaching to their offices, and during this time they are listening to the radios. Then there is a balance between the broad and the local market. So if the company wants to give the advertisement into the local market, then the company can select the local radio station, and if it wants to give the message to the large group of customers, then that way they can select the radio station. So it can have a balance between both the market. Now disadvantages. The first disadvantage is lack of visual images. Now in radio we can only listen to the audio element, so here we cannot see the visual element, so that becomes a disadvantage. The passive nature of consumer. So again, many times we have that habit that whenever we are listening to the FM or any particular ad into radio, whenever the ad comes, we are skipping the station, or so that is why the effectiveness of the advertisement is not there, because the consumers are not actually listening to the ad. Then the next medium of the advertisement is film ads or movie theaters. Now friends, India is the largest producer of films in the world. So Bollywood is very famous across the globe. In South Asia, films are extremely popular entertainment vehicle for the masses. So and even there is increase in the multiplexes and theaters, not only in urban area but also in rural area and semi-urban areas. So that is why majority of the companies are selecting the movie theaters for giving the advertisement. Moreover, the freedom to choose the specific films and the theaters to release ads, it provides a flexibility to the advertisers for giving the advertisement. So when I say film ads or movie theaters, it doesn't mean that giving the advertisement within the movie, but we are talking about the advertisement which are given before starting the movie into the theater, and the advertisements which are given during the interval. So advertisements here we are not talking about those ads which are included into the movie. That is altogether a different concept. So film ads are the ads which are given into the movie theaters before the starting of the movie and during the interval. So some of the companies who wants to sell the product into the local market, they are promoting the product into the movie theaters. Then even many times the trailers of the upcoming movies are also shown. So this way also Bollywood also is promoting the other forthcoming movies into the theaters before the starting of the movie and even during the interval. Apart from that, some of the social messages are also giving, like we see the commercials running for stop smoking, and the commercials for stop consuming tobacco. So this kind of social message is also given into the movie theaters. So however, but developing the prints for the release into different theaters, and it also becomes difficulty for monitoring the effectiveness of the ads into movie theaters. So that is a challenge for the companies. So that was all about the basic mediums which are available for the advertisement. The fourth M is media. Now here the company needs to take a decision on the media. After choosing the message, the advertiser's next task is to choose the media which would be carried. So here it is divided into 5 steps. The first step is deciding reach, frequency and impact. Now media selection is nothing but it is finding the most cost effective media to deliver the desired number and type of exposures to the target audience. Now here in advertising language, the terminology exposure means the presentation of an advertisement to the audience or potential customer, that is referred as exposure. Now if the company is giving more exposures or more advertisement to the customers, then there would be more awareness, and if the awareness or the product or service is more, then it leads to more trial rate. So there is a direct relation between the three things, that is trial, awareness and exposure of the advertisement. Then we have these three terms: reach, frequency and impact. Now reach is nothing but it is defined as the number of different households or the persons who are exposed to a particular media scheduled at least once during a specific time period. In simple words, reach is nothing but the number of potential customers who see or hear the advertisement at least once, that is referred as reach. Frequency is defined as the number of times within the specified period that an average person or household is exposed. So frequency is nothing but the number of times the customer is seeing or hearing the advertisement, that is referred as frequency. And the next term is impact. Now impact is the qualitative value of an exposure through a given advertisement, and it is very difficult to identify the impact of the advertisement. I'll give you an example. Suppose if the company wants to give the advertisement or of toys into a particular media. So here if the company is selecting television media, then within television, if the company gives the advertisement on Cartoon Network or Pogo, then it would be able to create more impact as compared to giving the advertisement on Astha. Another example, suppose if the company which is publishing books for competitive exams, then if it is selecting the print media, then in print media if it gives the ad into Reader's Digest, then it will have a more impact as compared to giving the advertisement into Femina magazine. So this is the meaning of impact, that what is the qualitative value or the effectiveness of that particular advertisement in a particular medium. So reach, frequency and impact, with the help of these three, the company can also identify GRP, that is gross rating point, which is also referred as total number of exposures, or E, which is referred as E. GRP is nothing but it is used to measure the impact of the advertisement campaign. So suppose if the company, if a given media reaches 70% of the homes, and it is having the exposure frequency of 4, then GRP can be calculated by multiplying R into 4. So here R is 70, that is because it is reaching 70% of homes, and the frequency is 4. So 70 into 4 comes to 280. So GRP can be calculated by multiplying R into F, and it is nothing but it is used to measure the impact of the advertisement campaign. Over and above, the audience awareness will be greater if there is the higher the exposure's reach, frequency and impact. So all these three are interrelated with each other, that if the reach, frequency and impact all are higher, then definitely it will lead to higher audience awareness rate. Then the reach is very important when the company is launching any particular new product, or if the company wants to launch any flanker brand, or the company wants to do any kind of extension into the new product line, or the company wants to do some sort of modification into the existing product, then in that situation it is very important for the company to reach more and more number of households. Then frequency is most important, where there are more number of competitors into the market, and if the forgetting rate of the customers is very high, so if the customers forget the advertisement, then in that situation the company has to give more number of advertisement, repetitive advertisement. So higher the forgetting rate, then higher the repetition or the frequency of the advertisement, and higher the frequency, higher the cost also. Then the second is choosing among the major media types. Some of the media types we have already done, like newspaper and television and print media, radio and film ad, so that we have done. Over and above, we will study some other media types in the next slide. Then third is selecting specific media vehicles. That means out of all the different options, which would be the specific vehicle the company or media the company would be selecting depending on certain number of factors. Then deciding on the media timing, and the fifth is deciding on the geographical media allocation. So these we are going to study in the next slides.